I see that Akira Toriyama just recently passed. Um, Initially, I wasn't planning on saying anything on the matter, just due to the fact that I never had as deep a connection with Dragon Ball Z as certain other members of the anime community. For as while just like everyone else, Dragon Ball Z was always part of my childhood, one of the series that I generally grew up with, but I never had the extremely close connection with the series as if others did. It was for me, it was kind of a gateway into other series and into anime in general, alongside things like Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh. But the reason why I'm even saying anything because I see a lot of people talking about the world being darker now that he's passed, and see a lot of people not just grieving but expressing deep bouts of sadness. I would say that I just want to give the opinion and let someone actually say that while his passing is definitely a very unfortunate incident, and while it definitely feels like a loss to all the supporters and the community, I believe that this is one of those times where, as opposed to not just grieving his passing, but as opposed to making it seem as if now kind of losing your way or not knowing what to do, should be the time to celebrate all that he's done and been able to accomplish up to this point. Uh, his influence has led to the creation of a lot of great series, assisted with a lot of livelihoods, even on a greater scale. His influence is one of the things that kind of helped Japan as a whole to lead towards that kind of monopolizing not just the anime but the manga industry as well. So his influence has definitely been very far reaching and been able to assist with a lot of things. But once again, as opposed to saying the world is darker, the world is not darker with Toriyama. All things come to an end, and so do all people. But Toriyama, up to this point, lived a very full life. We should be grateful for the time he was here, grateful for the influence that he's given. But this is not necessarily the time to feel depressed. Should be the times you use to celebrate what he's done, keep the family in your prayers, grieve for his passing, and then grieve on behalf of them for what his passing is to them on a deeper level. Grieve for the loss of his influence to his fellow mangaka, as well as the country as a whole that he's managed to have such an influence on. But once again, this is the time when should be celebrating the life that he's lived and the lives that his life was able to touch through his work, both intentionally and accidentally. The influence that he's managed to have on the world as a whole. So I just want to say that, like, while losing your idols aren't is never good, but at the same time, that's not the time that you should use their passing as an excuse to hyper focus and mentally cause yourself to degrade. Focus more on the positive. Don't be don't be scared to and don't be afraid to have those moments where, like, you do your own personal form of grieving, but try to make sure that it's within reason. Try to make sure that you don't end up losing yourself just through just through due to how much impact they meant to you. Just remember that you got your own life as well, and then you you performing acts of self-deterioration will not make the situation better. It'll make it worse. So don't use his passing as an excuse to degrade or deter yourself. You feel me? Use his passing, watch the impact that he's had on everyone, and use his influence and his accomplishments not just as a method to celebrate him, but also as motivation to propel yourself so that you can have that viewpoint of, oh, internalize it in a more positive sense so that you can view it as an, oh, when I pass, I'd like that. I'd like the whole world to feel my loss. I'd like the whole world to remember that I was here. Yeah. So, just my 2 cents. Hope y'all have a great day. Rest in peace to Toriyama. My condolences to his family and to all the fans and supporters out there. Hope y'all have a great day. It can always, it will get better. Don't lose hope.